Welcome back to I Don't Know Isn't an Answer, how to tap into your inner wisdom to start saying what you mean. How did it go with the first part? I hope that you really did take a few days to observe yourself out in the natural world and paid attention to when you were saying I don't know, when you really did know, and what the situation was, who you were talking to, what you were being asked, and why you were saying I don't know when you really did know. We're going to now dive into part two, own it. And this is where we're going to start to really own the things that we do know, want, and need. So, as I said, we've already started to become more aware of when and why you're saying, I don't know. Now, I want to start connecting you to your inner knowing, your needs, and your preferences because I know you got them, and it's time to start owning that. And then again, we're going to start to get you to begin communicating clearly and confidently. And don't worry, we're going to dive into that more in part three. And also, we're going to talk about that live when we meet on the 25th of March this month. But it is about not just now recognizing it, it's about owning it, claiming it, stating it in a really clear and confident way. And remember, our inner knowing is never wrong. We just need to start listening more. All right, question 6. I'm going to get you here to reflect back on the times that you said, I don't know. So go back through the first worksheets from part 1 and start to really reflect. When you said, I don't know, what did you actually know? What did you need or what did you want in those moments? So I want you to write that down. Question number 7, I want you to replay each moment. What do you wish you had said instead of I don't know? You know how sometimes we have those shower arguments with ourselves where we might replay arguments or think about conversations we wish could happen but maybe won't, or maybe even times we want to reflect back on how we answered a panel question poorly and wish we had said this instead. This is that time where you're going to get to do a little replay here and think about what you wish you had said when you were asked and how you would respond now. And then question 8, what are 3 things that you can do in these moments that those I don't knows creep in to start tapping into your inner wisdom and your inner knowing? For example, it might be as simple as saying, I don't know. No, wait, hang on. Actually, I do. Give me a moment to think about that. Or it could be about anticipating a conversation where you're going to be asked these questions and starting to kind of psych yourself up and prepare yourself to be really open to listening to that person and listening to your own inner wisdom and sharing it. Maybe it's about having a conversation with someone that is going to be difficult, and maybe you write out some of the things that you know, want, and need ahead of time. So if your mind draws a blank in a high stress situation, you have something to reflect on. So I want you to think about for you, when you look back at the situations that you said, I don't know when you did, and you understand why and who and when, you are now able to start kind of getting that preemptive action plan in place. So when those situations come back at you, you are prepared. So start giving yourself the 3 things that you can do there. And then finally, question 9, how can you own it when you genuinely don't know something and empower yourself to respond with wisdom, confidence, and clarity? Because you know what? Sometimes we don't know the answer, but we might feel pressured to know it, and we can put that pressure and expectation on ourselves, and sometimes we can crumble underneath that or panic or even kind of just lie or give a random answer that's not true. So how can we, and I'm not calling anyone a liar here, but I'm just saying sometimes we just will make something up on the spot because we feel really awkward that we don't know. And it is really okay to not know things, all right? So how can you begin to like empower yourself? What can you say? A lot of times you'll hear people say things like, I don't know, but let me get back to you, right? Like I started this thing off with, what time does the sun set today? I don't know. Let me Google it. I'll have that answer for you in about 10 seconds. Okay, so how can you start to empower yourself so that if there is something you don't know, you can respond gracefully and confidently and clearly and find out that answer? All right, we have to believe that a creative being lives within ourselves, whether we like it or not, and that we must get out of its way, for it will not give us peace until we do. I love this quote. There is a creative being that lives inside us, and we have to get out of its way sometimes because it wants to come out and it wants to bring your brilliance. We just got to get out of its way with our overthinking or our hiding or these blocks so that it can do what it wants to do. All right, you guys, go and do the worksheet now. Go back through part 1. Think about how you'd answer those I don't knows differently. Think about what you can do to tap into your inner knowing and wisdom. And remember to play out some of those earlier scenarios and think about what you would say differently. Have fun, and I will see you over for the final part. And then we're going to head into our workshop live in like a few days. All right, I'll see you soon.